who is more comfortable in uncomfortable situations than him, which seeds very well for the U.S.
So we get ready for puck drop of the third quarterfinal of the day. Team USA and Team Latvia, thanks so much for taking the time to join us. Combinations, D pairs at the top of your screen. Jimmy Snuggerud back in the lineup for Team USA today. He missed the last game due to illness. There's a chance to the front of the net, goes all the way to the point, shot through traffic, and a goal! Fortescue fired it! And the Americans strike quickly. It's 1-0.
The way that the Latvians defend, they like to pack it in and play inside the dots. Here, you got a couple of guys that drifted outside the dots, so their retreat to dice was a little slower. The U.S. went to work down below the goal line, a little bit of a broken play. You see how all the sweaters in white start to retreat to the front of the net. But Fortescue with a clean look as he steps in, takes his ice, and then just lasers one through the traffic that gets over the pad and under the glove.
It's Casey again now. Team USA, good zone play here. Puck to the net, it's loose. Kicks around the slot. They clear but not out. Casey with a chance in front, and there is Perot, who just puts it into the empty cage. Great pass. And Team USA cashes in on a long stretch of offensive zone time. Perot with the goal, his first of the tournament, and it's 2-0.
If you're an opposing coach, you call this the uh-oh shift, because the U.S. was so good in so many areas on this shift, kind of looking at each other and saying, uh-oh, we could be in a whole lot of trouble. The U.S. had possession, they won races, they won battles, they got a backdoor goal here on a great seam pass. The Latvians, who were a team that loved to pack it in, and they got the Latvians stretched out all over the place. Here, and Vegan shot lanes open.
Hudson driving to the net. Rebound, Vandon. And Latvia comes the other way, 2-on-1. Here comes the shot, score! Los Milish. Fires that one low glove, beats Fowler, and the Latvians are on the board. It's 2-1.
His coach at UMass, Greg Carvel, said the kid's got great separation speed, and you saw a good example of it here. Drifts off wide to buy some time and space. A little bit of a look off to freeze the goaltender a bit, and then he snaps it short side. Buys himself a little extra room to work with. Gets some good torque on the stick and snaps it past the glove side of Fowler, who had drifted a little bit towards the middle, potentially thinking a pass may be coming. It all started on a blocked shot.
So Team USA gets right back on the attack. Casey throws it towards the net, and he scores! Talk about a response. And the Americans grab a 3-1 lead.
U.S. gets going. Gain the line once again. And this was just a simple play to the front of the net. And a seeing eye puck finds its way through. Casey with his eyes up the whole time, just looking to make a play. The traffic in front, and it tipped off of, I believe, the U.S. player in front. As it's coming through, take a look. Yep, just off the shin guard of Nelson. And past the goaltender.
Takes a look. Gauthier. To the bumper, back up high. Gauthier throws it through. Howard, a shot to the net. And there's Ricker McGroarty in front to bang it home. So Team USA on the power play. And McGroarty with his fourth of the tournament. And the Americans lead it 4-1.
Go back and rewind this when you get a second and find out how many passes the U.S. made on this power play. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of possession that they had here. The chain of possession was really never broken as they continued to move it station to station. They took the outside lanes when they needed it. They threw a couple of seams when they had it. When you throw that many passes around, and there's the beautiful seam pass from Isaac Howard to Rutger McGroarty, and McGroarty positioned in a good spot. Doesn't waste any time banging it in.
Chesley is there, winds it around the wall. Leonard, long pass ahead, another stretch, 2-on-1. Flip play in front, Smith, and he scores! Once again, the Americans stretch the ice. They get a 2-on-1, and Will Smith buries it. And it's 5-1.
EJ, you alluded to the U.S. stretching the ice a little bit earlier in the period. Here they do it again as they catch the Latvians out of numbers coming up the ice. Good slide by Fedeko to try to knock that pass away, but just a money of a pass by Perot to Smith, and Smith just sneaks it just over the pad of the goalie Roloffs, who did everything he could to make that stop and was right on top of it.
Team USA looking to set up. Chance to the front of the net, deflected in! Perot!
One of the things that's made the U.S. so dangerous offensively is the play coming up right here. You'll see, I believe, it was 6 in blue that popped out to make the play. Right here. Yeah. See how Smith comes up into that high slot area? So it's that forward coming up higher to give some support to the defense, give them an option before they move it elsewhere, and they don't have to waste the long distance play to the front of the net. That to me has been a huge staple of why the U.S. has been successful.
Long stretch pass from McGroarty. He'll chase it down. Spins off a hit. Now a trick chance in front. McGroarty again, and he scores again. No.
The U.S. wins another race. We've alluded to it a lot throughout the tournament about they've been first on a lot of pucks, and a lot of it's because of their speed, and they get a little pass out from behind, and Moore just one touches it right in the net as Roloffs thought it was coming to the right. It didn't, came out the left side and
fired wide. No minus on the recovery. Coming up on 10 seconds left on the power play opportunity. Loschmillis tries to dance through, does, fires, and scores! Loschmillis with his second of the game.
That ensure the fact that you're going to be a draft. Look at this, little pull of string on Nelson. And then he popped that thing through everybody. And goaltender had no chance on this shot whatsoever. That is a follow through with some violence in it. And that's just the puck with eyes that found its way through the goaltender, found its way through traffic. If you're a goalie in that situation, you say to yourself, I think they've got enough players who've been through it to know how to shut it down.
And the clock winds down, and that will do it. So Team USA, mission accomplished.